I'm very delighted to have two of my very dear brothers in Pakistan, His Excellency Mr. Hakan Fidan, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Turkey, and His Excellency Mr. Ishaq Dar, Minister of National Defense of Turkey. Regular exchanging between Pakistan and Turkey are a hallmark of our strong and brotherly relationship. I met Brother Hakan on 21st and 22nd of June in Istanbul during the OIC Council of Foreign Ministers meetings, and again last week on the sidelines of ECO Summit in Azerbaijan. The bonds of friendship between Pakistan and Turkey are so strong and natural that we consult each other very frequently on a range of bilateral and regional issues. In today's fast-changing international environment, such frequent consultations are more required than ever before. Pakistan greatly appreciates Turkey's indigenization of the defense industry from 20% to 80% in the last few years. We would like to benefit from Turkey's experience and expertise. We wish to further strengthen our cooperation for promotion of peace and stability in our entire region. It may be recalled that during the last session of High-Level Strategic Cooperation Council held between President Tayyip Erdogan and Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif in Islamabad in February 2025, our two sides agreed to establish a joint commission to be co-chaired by foreign ministers of both countries to review the progress of the 12 joint standing committees working under the High-Level Strategic Cooperation Council framework. Today, my brother and we had the first meeting of the Joint Commission to review the progress made by the 12 joint standing committees. I'm happy to share that all the 12 joint standing committees have either already met or are scheduled to meet in the next few weeks. For instance, the newly established Committee on Security, Defense and Intelligence is scheduled to meet on 24th of July in Islamabad. Committee on Trade and Investment has already met on 20th of June. Committee on Defense Industries is scheduled to meet later in month of September. Committee on Transport and Communication is expected to meet next week. Similarly, other committees, Health, Science and Technology, Social Sector Development, Culture and Tourism, Agriculture and Water, Energy and Power, Banking and Finance, and the Political and Diplomatic Coordination Committees are expected to meet in the coming months. Today, we also followed up on our discussions between my brother and myself on the sideline of OIC in Istanbul and the recent meeting between our Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Honorable Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan on the sidelines of the ECO summit held in Azerbaijan on 4th of July. I'm happy to share that all issues discussed during these two meetings, which are very recent, we are actively doing the follow-up by both sides. For instance, we are pursuing establishment of a special economic zone dedicated for Turkey entrepreneurs at Karachi. The Istanbul-Tehran-Islamabad train is being revived. Our delegations are meeting in coming weeks to finalize the roadmap for its revival. Number 3, we have already allocated land for construction of Marif School in Muzaffarabad. A Marif Foundation delegation is visiting Muzaffarabad today and visiting the site for evaluation. Number 4, Turkish companies are being considered for undertaking Jinnah Medical Complex and Danish University mega project in Pakistan. Turkish companies will also be participating in offshore drilling projects in Pakistan, and there is a huge interest they have exhibited. Number 6, Turkish companies will also be participating in the privatization of DISCOs, the distribution companies in the power sector. 7, we are actively engaged in different activities, including capacity building in counterterrorism. Number 8, we are actively following up on benefiting from Turkish experience and expertise in shipbreaking, water storage, and efficient use of municipal and agricultural water. I'm happy to share that it has also been agreed to revive the long dormant Joint Ministerial Commission after 11 years. Our Minister for Commerce, Mr. Jam Kamal, and our brother, Excellency Ishaq Dar, Minister of Defense, will be co-chairing the Joint Ministerial Commission meeting in coming weeks. All this work will lay solid foundation for the 8th High-Level Strategic Cooperation Council, which will be held next year in Turkey and co-chaired by the Honorable President of Turkey and the Prime Minister of Pakistan. Finally, I wish to reiterate that Pakistan considers Turkey a trusted friend and a reliable brother, a nation that has always stood by us. History is full of examples of this brotherhood, and latest being during the Indo-Pakistan conflict. This is a unique relationship which simply cannot be explained in words. You have to be a Turk or a Pakistani to truly understand the mutual affection, respect, and trust that we have for each other. Pakistan deeply values its brotherhood with Turkey, and I reaffirm that Pakistan will always stand shoulder to shoulder with our Turkish brothers and sisters. Tonight, both my brother Hakan and myself will be traveling to Malaysia to attend the ASEAN Regional Forum meeting. I look forward to continuing our discussions there. Thank you, my dear brother. Over to you.
Okay. My distinguished brother, thank you very much for these remarks. And this is actually more or less the content of my remarks. So it was like a joint statement for both countries. But together with that, I would like to share a few things to the distinguished members of the press. Distinguished members of the press, today in Islamabad, we are paying a visit to this beautiful city together with our Minister of National Defense, Mr. Ishaq Dar. It's a productive visit indeed. And on this occasion, I would like to thank the Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of Pakistan for the hospitality he has extended to His Excellency Senator Mohammed Ishaq Dar. And just a minute ago, we had a very productive meeting together with our delegations and with the Minister of Defense. And hopefully in the afternoon, we will be paying a visit to Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif. And we will also be paying a visit to the Commander of the Land Forces, Field Marshal Asim Munir. Distinguished members of the press, the exceptional relationship between Turkey and Pakistan stems from the fraternal relations between the two nations. The strong ties between our leaders and the strong ties between our nations takes us to more concrete, more progressive, more productive results indeed. The duty that falls on the governments is actually to transform our fraternal relations into an institutional partnership. And the steps to this aim are taken in a very strong and determined manner. Economy, energy, defense industry, education and culture areas are areas that we have extended our cooperation each day. The High-Level Strategic Cooperation Council organized its 7th meeting, as you have followed, under the presidency of our President and the Prime Minister of Pakistan last February in Islamabad. And the following meeting of this council is going to take place in 2026 in our country. And under the directives of our leaders, all the relevant institutions are actually working under the framework that has been drawn in this high-level Strategic Cooperation Council. As my distinguished brother has mentioned, the joint working groups under the high-level Strategic Cooperation Council from defense, from energy, from education are all working in a very productive manner. We are aiming to increase our commercial relations to $5 billion, and in the field of energy, we are intensifying our joint activities in mining and also in precious stones, as well as natural gas and the oil sector. We are assessing our cooperation mechanisms. Within this framework, TPAO and the National Oil Company of Pakistan has signed an agreement in April of this year, and it is actually a very important step. And through this agreement, our companies will be able to drill for oil and natural gas in the offshore area of Pakistan, and this is going to be a preliminary example of our much more structural cooperation. The air connection between the countries is working in a productive manner, and together with that, we believe that the sea, land, and railway connections, which is important for our commercial relations, need to be further strengthened, and the technical activities for this preparation is ongoing. Another important and critical substance for us is the issue of education. The Turkish Marif Foundation has more than 80 schools in Pakistan, and hopefully this educational network is going to be extended further. I would like to specifically thank my distinguished brother and the government of Pakistan for the support they have rendered on this topic. Distinguished members of the press, both Turkey and Pakistan have taken important steps in the area of defense industry, and these are all issues that we're proud of. In the coming days, our cooperation for the defense industry is going to be further strengthened, which is really important for the security of our countries. It is a very strategic step, and in many areas there are projects that are ongoing in this particular area. Our countries have been fighting against terrorism for long years, and we have a strong will that we have exhibited, and we will continue to be supporting each other on this aspect. On this occasion, I would like to once again condemn the terrorist attack that took place in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa state on the 28th of June. The support we have received from Pakistan in our counterterrorism against FETÖ, PKK, YPG, and Daesh is also a very important support for us. Plus, the stance of brotherly Pakistan on the Northern Republic of Turkish Cyprus is very important for us, and we are grateful for the support they have rendered on this. In the coming days, I do hope that the relations between Pakistan and the TRNC will be developed further. Distinguished members of the press, the crisis that is exhibited and lived in the region is once again showing us that our solidarity and collaboration is really important. There are important steps that are needed to be taken for peace and stability in our country, and we do sincerely believe that we need to work closely with Pakistan. And of course, the trilateral consultation mechanism between Turkey, Pakistan, and Azerbaijan is an important platform for giving priority to diplomacy and to dialogue in our region. As our president has always mentioned, there's no winner in war and no loser in peace. This is the understanding that we have in Southern Asia. In April-May, there has been tension experience between Pakistan and India, which we closely followed, and all the international society has seen the wisdom-oriented and calm attitude of Pakistan. This tension has been an important indicator that when two nuclear powers come face to face, that this is going to have very severe results. We have actually seen the ceasefire as an important decision, and in order to eliminate similar tensions, we believe that there has to be meaningful and efficient dialogue between the parties. As Turkey, we're always ready to support this so that there will be peace and there will not be any any clashes. Distinguished members of the press, the attacks of Israel, which totally violates international law, has actually been condemned at the highest level by both parties. Israel attacks and aggressions are not just a risk for our region, but for the whole world. At this current status quo, we do hope that the ceasefire will be permanent. Unfortunately, the attacks have actually shaken the trust felt towards the international regime on the prevention of nuclear expansions, and we have actually conveyed our messages to the parties for the restart of the nuclear negotiations. We're in constant contact with Pakistan, and both countries are contacting both parties of the conflict. Turkey believes that there has to be peaceful resolutions through negotiations, and we will continue to have a constructive contribution to this. The attacks of Israel against Iran is only attracting the attention of the whole world to a different sphere rather than the massacre in Gaza and the genocide in Gaza. Today, with my distinguished counterpart, we also discussed about the joint steps that we can take for our Palestinian brothers. On the table, we actually need to, you know that there is a plan about a ceasefire and uninterrupted humanitarian assistance, and we're in constant contact with the mediator countries, and we will continue to contribute to this process. Within this plan, the Israel attacks and aggression should end, and we hope that peace will be brought to Gaza and calm will be established. We will continue to support the Palestinian people and the Palestinian cause. Distinguished members of the press, with our Pakistani brothers, we will continue to have strong collaboration and coordination with our Pakistani brothers, and we do hope with the soul of solidarity and cooperation, we will take our relations to a further level. The friendly relations between Turkey and Pakistan will continue until eternity. And once again, I would like to thank my distinguished counterpart, Ishaq Dar, for his hospitality before you. Thank you very much.
नायब वज़ीर आज़म मोहम्मद इसाक डार और तुर्की के वज़ीर ख़ारजा हाकान फिदान इस्लामाबाद में मुश्तरका न्यूज़ कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहे थे और इस वक्त वज़ीर दिफ़ा तुर्की के वज़ीर दिफ़ा और तुर्की के वज़ीर ख़ारजा इस वक्त नायब वज़ीर आज़म इसाक डार के हमरा हैं और मुश्तरका तौर पर न्यूज़ कॉन्फ्रेंस की गई है नायब वज़ीर आज़म मोहम्मद इसाक डार और तुर्की के वज़ीर ख़ारजा हाकान फिदान की जानिब से। और नायब वज़ीर आज़म इसाक डार ने कहा है कि पाकिस्तान और तुर्की के दरमियान मजबूत बरादराना ताल्लुकात कायम हैं। नायब वज़ीर आज़म इसाक डार ने कहा कि पाकिस्तान और तुर्की कई इलाक़ाई और आलमी मामलात पर यकसा मौक़िफ़ रखते हैं। पाकिस्तान और तुर्की के दरमियान आला सतह के तबादले मजबूत ताल्लुकात का मज़र हैं। तुर्की के वज़ीर ख़ारजा और दिफा की मेज़बानी करके खुशी हुई। पाकिस्तान और तुर्की के दरमियान बाहमी दिलचस्पी के मुख्तलिफ उमूर पर बात हुई, जबकि तुर्की के वज़ीर ख़ारजा हाकान फिदान ने कहा है कि भरपूर मेज़बानी पर नायब वज़ीर आज़म इसाक डार के मशकूर हैं। पाकिस्तान और तुर्की के दरमियान मुनफरिद नौइयत के ताल्लुकात हैं। पाकिस्तान और तुर्की के दरमियान आयल और गैस में ताउन को फ़रोग दे रहे हैं, जबकि दोनों ममालिक बाहमी तिजारत को $5 अरब तक बढ़ाने के ख्वाहां हैं। दोनों मुल्कों ने इक़्तिसादी अमूर, सकाफत और दिफा के शोबों में ताउन को फ़रोग दिया। दोनों मुल्कों के ताल्लुकात को इदारा जाती शराकतदारी में तब्दील करने जा रहे हैं। पाकिस्तान और तुर्की के दरमियान मुनफरिद नौइयत के ताल्लुकात हैं। नाज़रीन, नायब वज़ीर आज़म इसाक डार और तुर्की के वज़ीर ख़ारजा हाकान फिदान की मुश्तरका न्यूज़ कॉन्फ्रेंस इस वक्त जारी थी और हाकान फिदान की जानिब से कहा गया है कि पाकिस्तान की मेहमान नवाजी के शुक्रगुजार हैं। नाज़रीन, ये थी PTV ताज़ा तरीन।
दुरुस्त हर वक्त बर वक्त।
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अस्सलाम नाज़रीन, प्रोग्राम न्यूज़ नाइट और मैं आपका मेज़बान नजम अली ख़ान। और प्रोग्राम के आगाज़ में मैं आपको लेकर जाऊंगा हिंदुस्तान की तरफ, जहां कांग्रेस के सीनियर रहनुमा मनी शंकर आयर नरेंद्र मोदी को भारत का बदतरीन वज़ीर आज़म करार दे रहे हैं। उनका जो बयान है, मैं शुरू में उसका हवाला दे दूँ और उसके बाद मैं आज के उस मौजू की तरफ जाऊँगा